Hey, what's up, YouTube fam? Oh my gosh. Boy, have I got a story for y'all. Did you know your boy is an outlaw? Maybe it's my t-shirt I'm wearing. What's up? Come on, Johnny. Yeah. Check this out. Okay. Where do I even start with this one? Whew. Alright, I'm driving, heading back to Houston. I'm left Ringgold. I'm in Mansfield, which is about an hour away. So, obviously I've been driving for an hour, right? Somewhere along the way, and I had just stopped at my buddy's tire shop and balanced my left front tire, and he told me, man, people around here are getting crazy about calling in on people, so watch your speed. And I'm like, man, ain't nobody ever called in on me. Now here we go. Man, it looks like that house over there is on fire. Driving along, get to Coshada, which is about 30 minutes from Ringgold, and I'm driving towards Mansfield. And I noticed, man, I've been seeing a lot of cops. I've been seeing quite a few cops. So I'm driving through, and I get a vehicle behind me. It's followed me for quite a while. It's pretty close. So I'm like, and when I first saw the vehicle, I thought it kind of looks like it might be a cop car, but it didn't, you know? And then it just kind of looked like a regular vehicle type deal. Well, he's following me, and all of a sudden, lights come on this vehicle, pulling me over. And I'm like, oh my God, that was a cop car the whole time. Dang, okay. Man, I was doing about 75, roughly around that. So he's probably been following me because I've been speeding. I'm waiting on him. He goes to the back of the car. He calls me to the back of the car. I'm like, all right, I can get out. First, I undo my seatbelt because I abide by the rules, right? And, yeah. So, I go to the back of the car, and he says, you still live in Ringgold? I'm like, yeah, how you know I'm from Ringgold? He goes, well, I'm just smart that way. He said, no, I've been running your plate, man. I've been following you for like 10 miles. He said, we've been looking for you for a while now. And he said, I don't know how you got past the other units. He said, but we've been trying to find you since Ringgold. And I'm like, what in the world did I do? He said, I'm thinking, man, I'm fixing to go to jail. I mean, and I started thinking, what in the world could I have possibly done? And he said, did you pull out in front of anybody, cut anybody off or anything like that? I said, no. He said, maybe you didn't see them. I said, I guess not. The only time I pulled out would have been the Dollar General in Ringgold. He goes, well, it may have happened further back. I don't know. And he says, yeah, we got a call. Somebody called in on you. And they said it was a blue Mustang, but we pretty much narrowed it down to being you. And somebody said you were driving all erratic all over the road, and said, but was you texting? I said, no, I wasn't doing anything like that. He said, well, I've been following you for 10 miles, and you've been driving pretty straight other than speeding. He said, this is 2-lane highways until you get in Texas, 55 miles an hour. I said, yes, sir, I understand that. And I couldn't think for the life of me what in the world could this all be about. He says, you go ahead and drive safe, and, I'm going to turn you loose and just be safe. I said, I promise I will. I got back on the road. I got thinking about that. You're going to just work your mind, and so what in the world could that possibly be? I know exactly what it was. Some jackass called me in and then said I was driving erratically just to get their attention. This wasn't the case. I know exactly who it was. Some jackass pulled out in front of me. I mean, right out in front of me. I had to put on the binders to keep from hitting this jackass. And then I'm going to pass them, and then they're going to speed up to try to keep me from passing them. I sped up and passed them anyway. They got pissed off because they didn't win that little race, I guess. I don't know. But that's the only thing it could have possibly been. So he called in making up all this driving erratic bullshit, reckless, and everything else. And then had all the deputies looking for me. And by the way, this dude who stopped me, he's the sheriff of the town. He wasn't one of the regular deputies. He was the main dude. And so yeah, they need to do something about that. If you're gonna have somebody call in somebody that ain't even a police officer, they can make up anything about you and say anything they want to just because they're pissed off at you. They can't have that. All right, this vigilante justice bullshit, man. No. You need to have your facts straight before you start getting somebody in some hot water like that. Man, that's bull crap. Anyways, that's my weird story for the day so far. I reserve the right to get on here later and give you another weird story as it unfolds. I have no idea what will partake as way this has already been going, and that log truck almost flipped over. Oh my God, the two wheels on the side literally almost come up off the ground. He took that way too tight, and his elevation is going downhill. Yeah, I would have definitely got that on film because I was watching it. I would have flipped this camera in a heartbeat. All right, y'all.